EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the inner harbor of Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Cameron Dicker has the ball teed up as we get underway. And off we go here in Baltimore. First and 10. On the ground, here's the rookie from Southern Cal. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down. They'll stick with him again. He did a good job of making one man miss, but could not get away from this defense in the end. It turns into a loss of yardage.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Third down and 9. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10. Finding room across midfield. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
I think this is something that we can expect to see here, especially early, Mike, as this team gets into a rhythm. They want to lean on this run game. They feel like they have a lot of advantages over this defense, and you can see from the first play here why they feel that way.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Second down and 3. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
On first and 10, here's Herbert. To the left side, catch made by McConkey. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a second and 9. From the gun, it's Herbert. Now he takes off.
That's a smart play. Second down, don't force it if it's not there. He's able to tuck it, pick up some extra yards, and set up a more manageable third down.
Here's a third down and 4. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. He connects with the open man. That's Myers. He is in. Touchdown, Chargers. It's his third touchdown on the year. Dicker, good with the extra point. And the Chargers will take a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jackson. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. 17 yards on that connection. Good for a Raven first down.
It's a really critical conversion here because after not scoring on your opening drive, you just can't afford to follow that up with a 3-and-out. So you find yourself down 7-0. Sustain this drive and at the very least, see if you can come away with some points.
Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
All week long, they stress, Mike, that we have to get as many defenders to this ball carrier as possible. They know he's going to make some guys miss. He's going to be hard to get on the ground, but you can see the effect of rallying to the ball as it had here. They're able to take him down, and they're able to do it for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Throwing Jackson. He's got his big target. That's Isaiah Likely.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play. The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Jackson looking to throw. That's taken in. Ooh. And he's going to have a Ravens first down. It's a gain of 12 facing 4th down. They'll turn and hand this one off. And the Ravens are going to have it 1st and goal. They'll take this one down to about the 3-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. They'll go with the sneak. Looking for that crease inside, and that did not break the play. No doubt about it. They are going to mark him short. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. Can the defense do it again? From the 1. 3rd down now and goal. It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he will drive his way into the end zone. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession two. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Shotgun now for Herbert. Throw downfield and hauled in by Samuel. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
They'll try to hit him with a screen. They were not fooled on defense. Saw the screen from the start. It'll be a loss of yardage on the play.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Herbert. Right back to Brown. He's got it again. And he's into the end zone. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, L.A.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes, just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here. Takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. It's the tight end Likely in motion. A first down throw for Jackson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So they'll talk over what to do on this third down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. The Chargers out to the early lead. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Third down, 3 to go. On play action, here's Jackson. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. That'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success. Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down. Now a 3rd and 2. Try to pick this one up on the ground. He's going nowhere. That call, not the right one. It's going to bring up 4th down.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So Tucker is back out after making the field goal. He'll kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Play action now. It's Herbert. Open man downfield is Brown. And he's out of bounds inside the 30. It's a big one for the Chargers. 42 yards. They'll motion over Samuel. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. The speed on display. He's in. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Drive will start on the ground. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Jackson. Quick throw, taken in. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
11 yards on the pass there. 1st down, Baltimore.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Look at him stay on his feet as he's able to shimmy his way for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Play action now. Jackson. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Herbert. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. So 2 touchdowns for him in this one. Numbers 12 and 13 on the year. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Jackson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Now, faking the give. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that 2nd down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3-and-out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's been a rough first half. As we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another 1st down. We'll try the right side this time. And a nice gain there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run it on the inside handoff. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reed Blankenship.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
They'll begin here on the ground. Two minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. 2nd and a yard. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And I don't think he got there with that one. Only needed a yard. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. And now we're looking at 3rd down.
Now the offensive coordinator's got a decision on his hand, Mike. It was 2nd and 1. He decides to go with a conservative run. Gets stopped for no gain. He's in the exact same position now on 3rd down. Does he try to change it up, or does he just turn around and hand it off again?
And the Chargers will punt, getting set to kick it away. This will be returned from just beyond midfield. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Going up top. He's got it! And he will go all the way. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Ravens. Extra point try now for Tucker. He's got it. And the Ravens are able to cut the deficit. It's now 28-17. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. On 1st down, Herbert. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. From the gun, it's Herbert. He's going to tuck it and go. And he's out of bounds, but they're going to spot this inside the 25. A huge play just before the half. 41 yards. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down. Pistol here for Herbert. He's got it at the 3. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's a designed run. And he's got another one. Touchdown, L.A. That touchdown number 3 for him in the game, and number 14 for the year. Halftime coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll come up here 1st and 10. They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll keep it on the ground here again. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Man in motion is Brown. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. On play action. Now Herbert. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove. So you have to imagine this offense goes in at halftime. They're feeling pretty good about the position they are, especially knowing they possess the ball coming out for the second half. You want to put together a great drive and add to the lead. No time to be conservative. No time to just sit on this ball and punt. You want to keep the pressure on the defense and score every time you get it.
Jackson now to throw on 1st down. He'll get this out to his running back. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
2nd down and 8. Off the play fake. Jackson. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
It's a big one for the Ravens. 31 yards. Here's a run. A short gain, down to the 7. Here now, 2nd down and goal. Handoff here, up the middle. And this one blown up. Good surge and drop him. A loss on the play, back to the 9-yard line. 3rd and goal. From the gun, Jackson. Checking it down, this one is caught. And he'll get this only down to the 6-yard line. So for the moment, the defense with the stop as we get to 4th down. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Ravens are back within 2 scores. So Tucker is back out after making the field goal. He'll kick this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So we'll take over at the 30-yard line. First and 10. Slot man in motion left. On first and 10, here's Herbert. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
We'll come to the line now on second and 2. Here's a run going left. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
And to pick up 3 or maybe 4. Boye Mafe in on the tackle. Here's a second and 6. Shotgun now for Herbert. That's over the middle, complete to Brown. And he'll be taken down.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves first and goal inside the low red zone.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. This one caught at the 4. And he's in. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Los Angeles. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Up the middle they go. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. They'll stick with him again. Room up the sideline at the 45. And he's going to be taken down.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the third quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
He was trying to get that to Tez Walker. And it'll bring up second down. On play action, here's Jackson. He finds Likely, his tight end. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
They face second down and 7. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
On third down, Jackson. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And it's recovered by one of his teammates. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal. Some good running there. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line. The task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal. They'll try to throw here with Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Here's Jackson. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stopped him short. No gain. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. To throw is Herbert. He'll get this into the hands of his running back. He's into the clear again. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
Well, this is the epitome, Mike, of short throw, long run. Everyone talks about the importance of these explosive plays, and of course a lot of them come through the passing game, but you don't always have to throw the ball deep downfield for a big gain. We're seeing more and more of these wide receivers in the NFL that with the ball in their hands, they turn into running backs.
Herbert now on 1st down. He'll check this down to the running back. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Now a give up the middle. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
On the ground, they'll go with Vidal. So now, 4th down, and Cameron Dicker is on for the Chargers. This a 31-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chargers will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll turn and hand this one off. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 38-yard line.
Second down, Jackson. Rush comes, they're setting up the screen. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the first down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Jackson up top again. He's going to run it.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Jackson from the gun on third down. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
That's incomplete. Daring call on fourth down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Herbert. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. It's a gain of 43 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
A run on first and goal. And he's going to be stopped in the backfield. Taken down back at the 3.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage. And that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
On the ground, it's Vidal. And he'll get about halfway there. It's a gain of 2, down to the 2.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
They'll run. And this time he will work his way into the end zone. Kimani Vidal. Touchdown Chargers. Going after now from Dicker. He's got it. And the Chargers will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, Jackson. Catch made there, left side by Walker. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. His drive will start on the ground. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. And this time they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's 2nd down. Now a give on the ground. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up. Now it's Jackson. And this is not going to be enough. He is short of the marker. And they have turned it over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
So it's a win for the visiting Chargers. Their winning ways continue. They've yet to be stopped as they remain unbeaten in the month of November. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico.